So while we're on the page of this permutation and stuff, I'd like to, maybe talk about how the formula of combinations work. Like, if you've ever taken any maths class, you must have encountered this formula, the number of combinations of n things taken r at a time is equal to n factorial by n minus r factorial times r factorial. Now, knowing this formula and using it is important, but it would be nice to just know where does it come from. You're using it so much and you don't know what you're using. Yeah, it's sort of would be nice to take a view of why this works. So try to explain it through an example. Suppose we have three teams, X, Y, and Z, and I want to choose two teams. And I want the number of ways I can do that. So basically, then you can have X, Y, Y, Z, or you can have YX, or you can have ZX, or you can have ZY, and go on and on. And basically what this is the list of permutations of choosing two teams out of three teams. This is the number of permutations, and as you can see, this is equal to 3 factorial times 3 minus 2 factorial times 1 factorial. So basically, in this permutation thing, basically you want just 3 into 2. So but if you look at the formula of permutations, you have this thing n factorial by n minus r factorial. So why does this n minus r factorial come? Because if you supposedly had 8 teams, you can say t1, t2, t3, t4, t8. Suppose we had 8 teams. So the number of permutations in which I would choose 3 teams, out of 8 teams, would be 8 into 5 into 4. 8 ways I can choose this team, this place, and 8 into 7 into 6. 8 into 7 into 6. So 7 ways I can then choose a team here, and 6 ways I can choose a team here. So you can notice that this is equal to 8 into 7 into 6 to 5 factorial, and you divide it by 5 factorial, which is also equal to 8 minus 3 factorial. So you can have 8 factorial divided by 8 minus 3 factorial. So, and this, if you can, if you have experience with maths, you can see that this is same as this formula. This relates to this formula. So this is why the formula of permutations works. So basically now we can go to this 3 teams example. So basically the number of combinations you would choose, it would be of 2 teams, it would be XY, YZ, and ZX. And the thing is, if you multiply this by the number of times you are taking things, which is 2, so if you multiply it by 2 factorial, you would get this number 3 to 2 factorial. So you would get the number of permutations. So, and that makes sense because if I have just x, y, y, z, and zx, and there are 2 factorial ways in which I can get xy, and 2 factorial ways in which I can get yz, and 2 factorial zx. So if you multiply the number of combinations by the number of ways in which each combination can occur, you get the number of permutations. So number of permutations, a phone notification. So number of permutations is equal to, so number of combinations is equal to number of permutations divided by r factorial, because number of combinations times r factorial is equal to number of permutations, and that is what we had discussed here. So, and we know the number of permutations is n factorial by n minus r factorial. So the number of combinations, you just divide this by r factorial and you get the formula of number of combinations. Okay, so that completes the proof thingy. Okay, I hope you got something, enjoyed listening.